Hello and welcome. This is the Work from Home Show. And today, Peggy Sue Skipper and I are going to tell you all about all the opportunities that are out there. We're going to come up with ideas. We're going to tell you about some jobs that are available right now, the people who are hiring. And we're going to just start talking about all the different things that can either go right or maybe go left when it works when you're working from home. Hey, Peggy Sue. How
And
are
good
you?
morning, Marian. How are you? I'm great.
I'm good.
Fabulous.
Good, 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 good. Okay, well, we already have some people in the audience that are waving hi, so
Well,
say
wave
hi.
back.
Yay, yay. All right, so we're going to get into a conversation today that needs to be had. So before the show, we talked a little bit about some people are just not cut out to either work from home or for their own business. They want to go to work and go to a job and have somebody tell them what to do, know that they're going to get a paycheck at the end of the week, and come home with benefits and feel like somebody else is handling the marketing, somebody else is handling the taxes, and all they have to do is their job. Isn't that right, Peggy Sue?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. In fact, I would say probably the majority of people are happier that way than being independently employed, where they have to wear a lot of different hats. Um, some people just want to be able to do their job, whatever their job is, and be part of a team. And and that's where their comfort level is. That's what they want to do. It gives them more free time in a way because they're either on or they're off. Whereas if you're independently employed, you're kind of always on in a way. So I think it's important to know what's right for you. What is right for you as a human being, because it doesn't matter what's right for anybody else. It matters what's right for you. And so now, in these interesting times that we're in, there are going to be more and more jobs available that are within a existing structure, but you can still do from home. That's one of the differences that we're seeing now since COVID. There are more and more opportunities to be able to work from home and still have a job where you can just do your job. Those opportunities are expanding exponentially. I mean, from what they were before last March. So that brings up a whole different scenario in that if you want a job and also want to work from home, you have a better opportunity to do that right now than ever before. And I'll give you an example. My son works from home. He has for a number of years because he originally went to work for this company in a different city. He and his wife moved to Houston, and the company didn't want to lose him, so they allow him to work from home. He was the only employee they had working from home for, I don't know, almost 4 years. And once COVID began, of course, a lot of people started working from home. And he was able to help them with those transitions. And now the company is saying, you know what? We're going to downsize our office space because this is working pretty well. And a whole lot of you, if you want to, let's talk about you continuing to work from home. So opportunities are being created all the time. You don't have to be an independent person with your own business to successfully work from home. And honestly, you can actually make more money working from home than if you're going to an office. You're not paying for the gas. Generally, your food is less expensive. You can be more efficient with your time, which I think is a big plus, especially for people who have kids and et cetera, et cetera. There are times during the day when you can put in a load of laundry while you're doing something else. But for the people who have, let's say, a challenge working from home, staying focused, that kind of thing, there are some things that I've done that have helped me stay focused because I've been working from home for a long time. And so one of the things is I make appointments for my particular tasks. So like from 9 to 10 a.m., I'm going to completely focus on, say, marketing. I'm going to set the timer on my clock, and I'm going to stay focused for that hour. And I know that the alarm is going to go off and tell me, okay, you're free now. And I may go on and work on that. But to keep myself focused, I allot so much time. It doesn't have to be an hour. It can be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. But make an appointment with your task and make that just as important as if you're meeting with somebody. Just to stay focused and get what you need to get done. So I find that to be helpful. So you were
Very,
gonna,
very good.
yeah. So you were gonna share some jobs with us, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I want to continue this conversation just a little bit because there's so many different possibilities. So right now, I'm at Office in America where I can work from home because I do everything on the internet. But I can also come here if the kids are screaming and the dogs are barking and the jackhammering's going on. Literally, it's happening. And sometimes when you have a big client or you have something going on, if you're working from home for a job, your boss isn't going to like that. If you're on the phone or you're doing Zoom calls with somebody, you may want to go in even for a half a day or for a couple hours each week. You may want to go in someplace that has high-speed internet and is secure and safe. So
Right.
there's plenty of coffee here. We have a restaurant on the second floor. It's a pretty good opportunity. They're all over the world, okay? And they're pretty cheap now. So you could think about co-working spaces if you're working from home and it's hard to focus or get the people in the other room to be quiet,
Right. Right.
right?
Yes. Or the
Um,
yard man or whatever.
yeah, on Mondays, okay, I know what's going to happen, and on Thursdays, I know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Me too.
so, so I have to, keep that in mind as I'm scheduling things. Okay, so we do have somebody in Facebook who is talking to us. However, with this security issue that Facebook has, we can't tell who you are. So if you don't mind going down to the end of the description and clicking on Give Facebook Permission, we sure would like to know who you are that's talking to us. So I'm going to read what they said.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll be okay. I love working from home because I do my best work in the early hours of the morning. This has been my path now and has been a winning ticket when I still had kids at home. My biggest challenge is reading books. Any thoughts on what the resistance may be for me?
Resistance
Hmm.
to reading. Hmm. Well,
Hmm.
well, one of the things that you may consider, I don't know why you necessarily want to read if you have a resistance to it. There must be some reason that you want to do something you have a resistance to. But you may try audiobooks instead of reading. Some people are more audio. They get better information and they process things better if they hear it rather than see it. So that may be an issue. If it's just that you used to love to read and you no longer do, and you're wondering why, that's a whole different issue. So if you give us a little more information, we can talk about that. But it feels like the audiobooks may be better for you than actually sitting down and reading. Um,
Yes.
yeah,
And
Yard Man, I have that too on Thursday mornings. I know. Be careful.
Yep. Mine's on Mondays. And we have another audience member. This is Claudia Autry. Hey, Claudia, good to
Hey,
see
my
you.
God, Claudia, long time no see, girlfriend.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so now that we've talked about the different possibilities, okay, you can get a job. There's one more possibility that you might have considered, but let's talk about it. So you might want to get a job and start a side hustle on the side. either at night or on the weekends, or depending on your flexibility at the office job that you have now, in between. Before, like if you're working from home, you could take that drive time. That's what, 45 minutes minimum if you live in Houston, right? And you could use that time to start building your business.
Right.
So the first thing I want to talk about is a side hustle that I found out about that I'm just in awe. Okay, I thought I had heard it all. No, it's called couch flipping. You ever heard of it, Peggy Sue?
What is it? What is it?
Couch flipping.
No.
Flipping. Okay, so I thought couch flipping. I've heard of couch surfing. You know, where people will let you sleep
I've
on their
heard of
couch.
couch flipping and couch surfing, but I've never heard of couch flipping.
Right. So the gentleman I was listening to, believe it or not, it was on TikTok. I'm addicted. He was talking about how he started as a real estate agent and he built his business up to, he's making lots of money. He's a great and fantastic realtor. I think he's even a, what's the step above realtor? Whatever. Broker. That's it. He's doing really well, but to start out, he had to do a side hustle, right? Even though you would consider real estate your own business, sometimes it takes a while to get going. So he found out just by accident that he could sell a used couch that he bought for even more than he bought it for. And he made $200 on this couch, and he thought, now interesting. So he thought, let me see if I can do it again. So he found a good couch on Craigslist, and he went and picked it up. He actually bought a truck in order to do this job. You'd have to have an SUV or truck or something similar to that, a trailer maybe. And he bought it. He took the cushion covers off, washed them, got it cleaned up, and sold it for $200 more than he bought it for. And he thought, wow. So he started offering free delivery, and he sells out immediately. As soon as he has it up on Craigslist, it sells for $300 more than he bought it for. So now by the time he was finished and decided to leave that side hustle and focus full-time on real estate, he was making $8,000 a month.
Wow. That's what you call recycling. You know? That's community recycling. Yes.
Yeah. Now, but he specified and did one thing because he found that it really worked. And he found out the types of couches that sold the best, and what really made it go fast was the free delivery. So he does talk about, well, don't worry about your back. Okay, so you just lift up one end of it and then you can swing the other one around. You don't even have to have two people helping you, because all that goes into your mind like, wow, that's heavy couches and whatnot. So anyway, he had it down. He even hired somebody to do the work for him while he just uploaded it to Craigslist and whatever. And he was making over $8,000 a month doing that. I thought that was really cool. He rented one of those places where you could just pull your car or truck up, storage unit type of thing. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm going to put the link to his YouTube video where he describes everything about it down below in the description so that you can go and check it out. I found it fascinating. He's a nice man. He's clean cut. He looks, he's very well respected in his industry, and I believe every word he says.
That's weird, cool. Huh? I like that. and while you're doing that, I just like to give people another little hint that I'm been doing for years, and that is, stay in touch with people. I talk to someone every day on the phone, not about business. I don't call them about business. Sometimes I do, but just keep in touch with people, because as we become more and more attached to texting, we're losing our human connection. And I have to tell you, opportunities 95% of the time come through people.
Yes.
Not through the computer. There are some that come through the computer, but mainly it's through people.
Yes.
And staying in touch with people is so very important, especially now. Especially now. It's almost like a hygiene thing. I talk to someone every single day. And if you are looking for a job and you call somebody, just, hey, how are you doing? What's going on in your world? Just haven't talked to you in a while. That is, a way to keep you also in the forefront of their mind. And you can also say in the conversation, hey, if you know anyone that's looking for please keep me in mind. It does so many things for you that are positive. One, keeps you connected energetically with people. Now, preferably you're going to call people that you like, or people maybe that you once liked and haven't talked to in a while, or maybe had a falling out with. Touch base with people, because again, opportunities come through people.
I agree.
And it's just good hygiene, spiritual, energetic hygiene, to keep those human connections alive. So I would say that's one helpful hint that I will share with people. I see more and more people literally relying almost all on text, not even emails where they can
I know.
really
I
explain
know.
everything.
I'm like,
It's
call
just
me.
quick,
Yeah.
and no real connection there. It's just
Yeah.
all mental communication, logical communication. There's no emotional communication going on. And
Yeah.
most of us are emotional beings on some level, and we need to have an emotional connection. And that's more important to some people than others, but I think it's important to everyone on some level. Most people.
Yes.
There may
Yes.
be exceptions, but that's just something, sort of like put it on your to-do list. Who am I going to call today? Have I talked to my cousin Roberta in 3 or 4 months? Maybe I'll just give her a call. It doesn't have to be a long call. Just, hey, I was thinking about you.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if people keep popping into your mind. Now, I know if some individual keeps popping in my mind over a few days period, I need to call that person for some reason. There's some reason I need to touch base with them. And I do. I listen to those messages, and it's amazing.
Peggy Sue is so right. As you're thinking about building your business or getting a job or moving ahead in life, you really do need to consider this, because I know a lot of people, when the internet came out, they thought, oh, good, I don't have to talk to anybody, and it is a little more of giving of yourself. And I get that. I am a phone person. I'm an in-person person. Because of COVID, I'm more of a phone person now, or Zoom, that type of thing. However, I do realize that a lot of people don't. They just don't. They don't like it. They don't want it. Even my own daughter, it's like getting her on the phone. Oh, good grief, it's texting. But that's, that is the way that you can connect a little stronger with people. I started a business where I was doing website design, and I was doing classes. I know Peggy Sue took one of my blogging classes.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen because of the internet. Those customers came to me because they saw me speaking somewhere, or I was friends with somebody they were friends with. It's a person to person thing.
Right.
So don't get lulled into this. Oh, you can just do everything on the internet. Yeah, once in a while.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right,
it can be a combination. It can be a combination. But I do think if most people will sit and think about the really good opportunities that have happened to them in their lives, they came through some person.
Yes, I
Some
agree with that.
person was involved with that.
I agree with
So it is important. And I think that the connection is even more important, because, people are isolated right now. So it's a way to connect in a bigger way than text.
Yes.
So.
All right, I want to talk about a job that I found. This is called NexRep, NEXREP, and I will put all the descriptions and the text information down below after the show. So feel free to not have to pull over and write this down if you're listening to our podcast. I want you to know that this is a 1099 situation. It's not a job, okay? So for those of you who do want to go and look on a website to find opportunities, it could be a 2-weeker, it could be a 3-year opportunity, but you are a 1099, so you're responsible for your own taxes and there's no benefits, okay? But they pay up to $25 an hour for some of their gigs. So I would highly recommend you looking up Next. It's not with a T, it's Next, Nex rep, REP.com. And every job that I find, I vet ahead of time. So you can be assured that these aren't fly-by-nights or some weirdo that's going to hire you, okay?
Right. And there
These
is a
are
lot of
real
that
jobs
going
out
on
there.
too.
I know.
There are some scam things. So be very
I
careful
know.
if you're looking for a job on the internet. That's another
Yes.
reason to look at, what people can bring to you, because some of the stuff that's out there just on the internet is no bueno,
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
some of the things that you can do for Next Rep are like customer care, inbound sales, outbound sales. So some people really resist outbound where they have to call somebody. They'd rather have people call them. Those jobs are available. They really are. So it's a lot of phone work, okay? So you could get one of those headsets and sit there, like they do in the, they have pictures of people
or like
that
we're
are.
doing right now.
Well, that's true. That's true. You could hook this into your phone, I guess. Well, they have the phone. It's wireless now. The little earbud things are
Right.
wireless. That's pretty cool. All right, the next one I have is called Alorcia. That's not how you pronounce it, but Marian is pronouncing it that way. I'll spell it. Alorica. Alorcia.
You got me.
Okay, good. I'm not the only one. $10 to $12 an hour, paid training, benefits, and they're always hiring. This company is busy. I've looked into them. They are really, really hiring all over the world. This isn't just United States. This is a big company that really has a lot of jobs. And I like the fact that they're willing to train you. That means that they're interested in you. All right, so I want to pull up this is what I got on the website for Next Rep. See, I just did it again. They believe in caring, innovating, and solving. We give people like you the opportunity to represent the brand you can be proud of. So there's lots and lots of brands that are hiring this company to find the right person for them. And you can work from home. See right up here in the right-hand corner, work from home. Pretty cool. All right, and
That is pretty cool.
I know, and here's the next one. This is a place where, same thing, all over the world, you can work anywhere you want. As long as you have good, strong internet and a phone, you're good to go. You're good to go. And they're always hiring. They also do paid training. And it's what I pulled up here is a combination. You see where it says search jobs? You really can't see that very well. At least on my computer screen, I can't see it very well. Can you, Peggy Sue?
Fairly well, but yeah, it'd be better.
Yeah, if you just go to alorica.com, you'll see that they have so many jobs that you're just gonna be amazed. I'm really excited about it. If you want a job, okay? Now this is a real job. There's another one that I want to talk about, and that is Sykes, Sykes.com. It's a job, and this is if you've never had a job before. They're so friendly. They'll help you. Okay, they call it first job friendly, which to me means you don't have to worry about, do you have a degree? Have you ever been working online before? Is this your first job? And yes, it's only $10 an hour, but it's somewhere to start, and now you've got some experience.
Right.
So for those kids that are home and you want to get them out working, shove them in their bedroom and say, here, make some money
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, there's one more, and this one is for people who don't like phones. Okay, they want to do everything on the internet. We talked about that, right, Peggy Sue?
Yep.
It's
Yep.
called Live World, Live World, liveworld.com. And it's just, I think anybody who is really into technology and the internet would love to go check out Live World. So those are the opportunities that I have. However, as you know, this is like number 23, I think. 23 weeks of this that we've been doing. So go back to some of the others. If you didn't hear today what you really want, then go back to the weeks before. They're all labeled work from home. And you can go and check out all the different opportunities and the side hustles that we've been, talking about all that time. All right, Peggy Sue, what you got? You got any ideas for people?
Well, I do. I just want to say, I'm sure you covered care.com, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's okay. They might not have been listening to us then. Some people that are looking for a job or an opportunity now, they may
right.
not have heard that one. So
Right.
go ahead and tell them about care.com.
Well, you probably know more about it than I do, but I've heard about this one a lot. And it's, if you are by nature a caregiver, a nurturer, or somebody who likes helping other people, then care.com may be for you. It gives you opportunities, again, sometimes on a limited basis, a short-term basis, sometimes on a longer basis, to actually be, it may be a caregiver, maybe just a friend, but these are paid opportunities, and they do background checks. They do vet anyone that wants to get on their service. Am I right, Marian?
Yes, and you get to charge what you want to charge. So people look at your information, they see your picture, they see your experience, and they see how much you're charging. So they get to choose you, which is
Right.
good, because then you know that if they're calling you, they already know how much you charge. They already know that the background and everything.
Right.
So I agree. And they have other things on there besides caregivers. They have even house cleaners on there.
Oh, great.
Dog walkers, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Care.com. That's right.
So I've just heard a lot of good things about that particular organization. So that's another thought. But getting back to just working from home and whether or not that's right for you, whether or not you can do it, I think we're going to see that being more and more the case, even after the whole COVID thing is over, whenever that might be. I think companies are realizing that this can work really well, and employees are finding out that, hey, I can do my job from home. It's one of the things technology has done for us. People have gotten more comfortable on things like Zoom, because it's one of the ways we can connect right now. So we've been almost forced into the new era, if you will. And so take advantage of those opportunities. Try Zoom just for, like, just get on there with a friend and have a conversation rather than talking on the phone sometimes, because we can actually see each other, and it's good practice. I know, right? It's good practice for other things that I do. So enjoy that process and learn to be comfortable with the new technologies that will make you more efficient and help you work from home.
I have a lot of different opportunities that you could grow your own business or start a side hustle. If you ever want to have a conversation with me, just go over to naturalcuriosity.life and look me up. There's a contact button right there. It'll send me a message or give me a call. I'd be happy to talk to anybody because everybody's talents and expertise and comfort level is different. I think that it's an opportunity for a lot of coaches and people like you, Peggy Sue, where you could help people, right? We can all help people decide what is the best thing for them, because let's face it, if you get into something that you don't really like, it shows. It shows
absolutely
in your
does.
work. It shows in your
Shows in your
happiness
life.
level. Your happiness level, you know what I mean? We don't want that. So feel free to either reach out to a coach or connect with me or Peggy Sue. I'm sure she'd be happy to help people too. I know that
Absolutely.
you work with a lot of people, Peggy Sue. You do hand readings and all kinds of different things to help people get out of their way. And
Right.
isn't that the problem usually? We're in our way.
We are so often in our own way. That's a human being. That's a
I
human being
know.
thing. You know, we all do that to some degree. So it is. It's about expanding and opening up to opportunities and new ways to do things and new things that maybe we haven't thought of. You can really read people on Zoom.
Yeah. So I'm not sure who this is that's saying this. Once again, you have to give Facebook permission in order for us to see who you are. But
Yeah.
we're grateful for your comments, and I totally get it. When you're on
But I'm not sure
Zoom,
which.
you can feel and see
Yeah.
people, and you can read them. I think that's what they're talking about. On the
Yes.
phone, it's a little different,
Yes. And there is more of an energetic connection. More of an energetic connection when you can actually see the person and their reactions. So
So
I just think
Peggy,
it's. I think
we have another Peggy here, and she
another Peggy.
says
Hey, Peggy.
yes, this show is a good one for helping people connect to possible jobs they may love. I like that. I went back and pulled lists from 8 shows and gave them to a friend who just became unemployment. Nice job.
Awesome. Good job. Good job, Marian.
Wow.
Lady Do, who's not here today. We forgot to mention that she's not with us today.
I think they noticed. Hey, there's Hyatt Ives. He is a wonder with words, let me tell you, Hyatt. And yeah, he can do all kinds of help with if you want to write books and doing some support with words.
Yeah.
So yes, we did miss you, Lady Lou. If you're out there listening and watching this at a later
We
date, we
love
did.
you.
Yes, we love you and miss you, and we're waiting for you to come back.
Yes.
Peggy Sue, thank you so much for being here today.
Well, it's always a pleasure to be with you, Marian. And we'll be doing our very last show together on Tuesday nights tomorrow night.
Yes, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time, Wisdom Chats for the Curious for the Wellness Expo, which is coming up on September 4th and 5th, right? Or
This
5th and
weekend,
6th.
this coming weekend, the 5th and the 6th.
Yeah.
Tickets are still free before, if you get them online before you get there. Wellnessexpo.net. Come see us. We're going to have a blast. Just look at the program guide, all the wonderful things going on.
Yeah, Peggy Sue's the MC. She's been hanging out with all those wonderful teachers and vendors and speakers, and it's been a real pleasure. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us, and we will see you again next week. We're here every Monday at 12 o'clock Central Time talking about working from home. Wait a minute, we got one more. What is this? Was on Zoom this morning, mentioned by host, great reaction from guest.
Okay. I'm not
Thank
quite.
you. Thank you. Bye, everybody. We'll see you again soon.
See you tomorrow night.
Bye.